Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak Up Sis Talk Show, Conversations That Connect. This is the place where everyday authors get an opportunity to share the word of their testimony through their written work to inspire you to share your testimony and possibly your written work. I'm your host, Angel Charmaine. And listen, y'all, I've got an amazing guest with me today. She's a good sister friend of mine, and so there's a bit of a personal connection with this one, and so I'm sure we're going to have a very robust and interesting conversation. But I'm really excited to share her with you all because this is her very first book. Yay! She's a brand spanking new author, and the book is good. I was able to be one of her beta readers. She's done some other things with the book after my read of it, but my initial read was like, yeah, this is good, and I'm looking forward to her sharing all the good things with you all today. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up right now author LaShaun B. Welcome to Conversations That Connect. How are you doing?
I am wonderful.
Yes. So listen, y'all, when I tell you the devil stay busy, we have tried to record this conversation before and it was chaos. And so we are having this conversation again for the second time because I said, you know what? No, we're gonna get us a good quality taping of this, and it's gonna be solid. And then we showed up today, and things was acting crazy too. So I had to stop, say a little prayer, and let's get into it. So I already know that this book is going to be a blessing to those who read it. It's going to be healing for some of you. It's going to be an eye opener for some of you. It's going to be an aha moment for some of you because the enemy has been fighting to keep this conversation from happening, but we're going to have it today. So what I would like to do, author LaShaun B, first, welcome into the space again. I'm so glad to have you here. Looking forward to the conversation. And I would love for you to share a little bit about who you are with our viewing audience before we get started talking about your work.
Absolutely. I am, you've already stated, a new author on the scene. Very proud of that accomplishment. Mother of 5 children, 2 girls, 3 girls, 2 boys. Got 4 grandkids. I'm an entrepreneur. I work full-time as well. I'm in school full-time trying to get my master's in psychology, dealing with counseling for clinical mental health. Also have a nonprofit that I'm trying to get legalized called Virtuous Women of Excellence, who we cater to women specifically, but also to the public, our communities. We make it our initiative to feed the homeless and feed, clothe, and supply essentials to the homeless, those that are unfortunate, once a month, either in Charlotte or in Augusta, Georgia at the time being, but we plan on branching out to other cities. I'm a busybody. Outside of this book that I just wrote, I'm also working on 2 more books that I got sitting in my belly. So I'm a very busy person, very giving person. I love helping people. That is my passion, just to be able to help people, whether it's pushing them to helping them push to their destiny, bringing them out of whatever rut they're stuck in, or just encouraging, enlightening in any way possible that I could be of assistance. I love helping people.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, it sounds like you have a whole lot going on, and I also know that you are ready to show up fully as an author as well. And so that's going to add some additional work to your plate. And let me tell you, it is not for the faint of heart, but I do believe that you are up for it. So let's go ahead and jump into this conversation. And the title of your new book is Broken Then Restored. And before we actually begin talking about the book itself, I want to talk to you a little bit about being a new author. What inspired you to start writing?
I it's just been in me. I started writing back in elementary school. And during that time it was a way to escape life that was happening around me. So I wrote the school play, and when I was in the third grade, I wrote a school play. My mom used to collect my poetry, and then I kind of fell off once I got into high school and into boys and distracted. But I picked it back up recently when someone spoke into my life about it was time for me to write again. So I just recently picked it back up in 2020, 2021. 2021, I picked it back up.
Okay. So as a mom, because you said you're a mom of five, how do you balance, or how did you balance writing a book and being a mother, and you're a grandmother? So how did you, and you're an involved grandmother, let me say that, because there
Yes.
are lots of grandmothers who are not involved, but you are an involved grandmother and a mom of five. How, do you balance writing as well as the other aspects of your life?
Have to say that I'm extremely grateful for my children and them being supportive and respecting my space and making sure that I actually had that time. And, even the times that I felt like I didn't need to complete the book, they kind of encouraged me. So the support of my kids and the older ones stepping up when I needed that time of peace to get the things done that I needed to get done. The older ones have been a huge help along with my husband. So everybody doing their part and helping me out and making sure that I'm able to get the things done that I need to get done has been an extremely huge help. So again, I'm grateful for all of my kids and my husband and the assistance they provided.
Yeah, support and a great supportive family is paramount to being able to really push out, especially the type of book that you have written. Um, it's not just the writing itself, but knowing, I know what your book is about, but the theme of the book, the different storylines within the book are heavy, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure there's a bit of support that you needed even to be able to birth it, right? So
Yeah.
let's kind of shift a little bit. We're going to move slightly into talking about the book. And again, the title of the book is Broken Then Restored. Can you share with us a little bit about the significance of the title of your book?
Absolutely. Coming from a place of brokenness in everything that I experienced in life, when I broke down emotionally, spiritually, mentally, uh, when I looked at those different aspects of my life and I looked at my life and how things had transpired throughout, um, I understood that these were instances, traumatic events that happened to me that broke me. And when realizing that I was a person that was broken and sometimes operating from a place of brokenness. Um, but when God began to deal with me, taken me through the route of restoration when I finally surrendered and understood what it was that was taking me down. Uh, that journey, even writing the book, was part of that journey of restoration. So child molestation, rape, heartbreak from, just making the wrong decisions, being with the wrong man. Just right for somebody, just wasn't right for me. All the infidelity that took place, the loss of my mother, other family members, just so many things in life that we don't realize that take a toll on us, or things that we thought that we got over, that we really just kind of pushed to the back burner, but that memory is still in the back of our mind. Unconsciously, acting upon that, not realizing it though. But all those things that broke me, and how I came to a point of restoration.
Okay. That was a lot. No, that's enough to break even the strongest individual. So is there a scene in your book or an experience in the book that was maybe the most difficult for you to pen? And if so, I see you nodding. So it must have come to your head right away. Will you share a little bit about why it was so difficult for you to pen?
Absolutely. The loss of my mother was really hard. It was really hard to write about, and writing about those feelings and reliving that moment from the time she was diagnosed all the way up until she left us. That it took me, I got through the first and second chapter, no problem. That third chapter, I struggled writing it. I was crying, writing, tears just flooding. My mother, she was a significant part of my life. Great example. Um, my mother, my best friend, everything. The one person I can go to, my cheerleader. So writing about her, and experiencing what I experienced throughout that time, that last 14 months that I got to share with her, fulfilling that promise of taking care of her when I got older. It was a lot. It was a lot to unravel, unfold, to discuss. But I did get through it. It just took me a long time, and didn't realize that I was still suffering from the loss of my mother, even though it's been years.
Yeah, I now that is one bit of pain I have not felt, and I bless the Lord for that. It's not something I'm even looking forward to, so I can't say that I understand, but I can say I can imagine how tough that is, no matter how long ago, and then to write about it and include it. I'm sure brings back those memories. I believe writing is therapeutic. And so, even if you're writing to release, if you're writing about something as traumatic as the loss of a parent, there is a remembering as well as a release that's taking place, I would imagine. Did your mom know you wanted to write a book? Did she know that prior to transitioning?
No, she had questioned a few times whatever happened to me writing. Cause like I said, she used to collect all the stuff that I wrote. She used to
Oh,
collect,
wow.
and but she used to ask me whatever happened with Mika, whatever happened with that. I was like, but she had no idea that I was gonna write a book. And when
Wow.
I initially started writing the book, it back when I was in my early 20s,
Hmm.
whole different storyline. Same, some
Really?
yes, it
Well,
was gonna
I
be
can
for one
imagine.
thing.
I can imagine in your 20s. I can imagine having a totally different storyline in your 20s. So I want to ask, um, how do you envision the readers of this book connecting with this work?
I think this book connects with people because we all have suffered, both men and women. um, the things that are discussed in the book, somebody has experienced at least one of the traumatic events in life, whether during childhood or during adulthood. Um, and even, some of the reviews that I've got, brought a huge smile to my face, just joy knowing that it's touched people, um, and people feeling like they're not alone in this. This has happened to somebody else, so it's not just them, and giving them that revelation on how to get past. So I know for a fact that it is reaching people. I didn't think that it would, you know, reached as many people as that has reached out to me, personally, to tell me, to thank me for putting it out, thank me for being so transparent. I didn't expect it to have that type of effect. I was just worried about if it just got to one person, I was doing good. But it's relatable. The events are relatable and they're real. It's not some made up story. These are real traumatic events that have happened that, will tamper with your emotions. It's going to take you on an emotional roller coaster ride. Happy, sad, angry.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna feel all of those plus some. Um, so what is the genre of your book? I know what it is, but if you'll share with our readers, what genre did you decide?
Um, Memoir,
Hmm.
but
And
inspirational.
why not a fictional book? What drew you to the genre of a memoir telling your story in real life versus making this a fictitious thing that shares your story but not as you?
Well, I really wanted to reach people. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to be able to help someone because I know what it's like being stuck. I know what it's like dealing with pain. And I can only imagine what other people going through. And if it's an opportunity for me to be real, to tell and share my story, to help somebody else get out of whatever it is that they're stuck in, then by all means, I'm gonna be as real and as transparent as I need to be, whatever it takes to get that person, out of the situation that they're in. 'Cause it's life changing, and that's something that I wanted. It's something that I prayed to God about, being able to help on that magnitude.
Okay, and I can see how writing in real life, real time is a can be more helpful for people to see that this is a real thing. Sometimes when we're reading fiction, it's like, oh, this is just for play. Like they just made this up. But to know, no, this really happened, and not that it just really happened, but it happened to me. I think memoirs have a really good way of connecting people to humanity and grabbing the human in people and letting people know that you are human as well, and that you understand. So I totally understand that. So I want to ask you about feedback and criticism that you get from readers. How do you have first, have you gotten any negative feedback from the book or criticism about the book? And if so, how how did you handle it, or how are you handling it?
Um, and negative feedback from people who are close to me. So, and I just let it go over my head, because at the end of the day, it's my story. It's what happened. This is my opportunity to put that out. This is my way of healing. And it's also my way of letting you understand that all is forgiven. Move on in life, but you need to understand and face your own demons as well. So yeah, I was. I was told that they don't understand why I would put this book out, why that I would be so transparent, telling all the business, but I can't help but be real. So if you were offended, then you might need to do some soul searching because, as they say, the truth will set you free.
That is what the word says. And broken then restored definitely shares some very hard truths. And I can totally see how people connected to your story who may be involved in some of the spaces that you share in this book, I can see how they would have something to say. But like I always say, if you don't want to be the monster in my story, you should not have been the monster in my life. And hey, you're gonna get what you're gonna get if I ever decide to put it in the book. Right? So I definitely understand that. I can definitely respect that as well. What about readers who are not people who may be a part of your story, just readers who picked up the book and have read it thus far? Have you gotten any sort of constructive criticism that may not have been no all glowing, all glowing? Okay, so let me ask this: would you be able to handle constructive feedback from someone who just picks up your book and reads it? And the reason I ask this is because as new authors, I think even as experienced authors, but as new authors, I think that first book is like your first baby. And to have, especially when it's a memoir, especially because it's your story. And so to have someone say something negative about the book, the story, or whatever could be hard. How do you think you would handle negative or less than glowing feedback for your novel?
Um, I think now that I'm in a place that I would be receptive, and that's only because, as I stated at the beginning, student in psychology, um, just wanted to understand, having that feedback and seeing what I can take from that and seeing from their perspective and understanding where they're coming from. So I think I would be able to deal with negative feedback. Okay. Um, I mean, it was worse coming from someone closer to me, but and someone that doesn't know, that can't really relate to any person in that book, coming to tell me something negative or just some constructive feedback. It'd be something that I'd be willing to sit down and discuss just to get a better understanding of where they're coming from.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to see it as well. The truth is, everybody isn't going to like everything. Everybody isn't going to connect with everything. And sometimes what we intend to be taken away from our work is not what people get. Why? Everybody's bringing their own life experiences to the table and they're mixing that with whatever you put out there, right?
Mhm.
And so, I think it's a really good thing that you're able to accept feedback, especially constructive feedback about your work, and have those open conversations. And while we're talking about open conversations here, I want to say thank you to all of our Speak Up Sis talk show Conversations That Connect viewers. Those of you who are watching right now, I want to say hello and thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you leave some comments in the comment section and let us know what you think about the conversation. Let us know what you think about LaShaun B's Broken Then Restored. It is a wonderful read, and I know you're going to be. It's hard to give a feeling that you're going to be, but I know you won't be disappointed after reading it. So let's talk about staying connected with your readers. You've got an upcoming book signing
Yes.
that is taking place, right? So
Yes.
if you will please share with our viewing audience and let us know if it's open to the public, if we need to buy tickets, or if it's free to the public. So give us the information.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So first, thank you. Thank you for having this space for me to be able to conduct my book signing that I have coming up on April the 13th from 1 to 3. That's going to be in Augusta, Georgia at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center in Augusta, Georgia. So I'm extremely excited. It is open to the public. Want people to, if you're just passing by, drop on in, say hi, purchase a book, or get your book signed. Um, I'm excited. So yes, it's open to the public, and I'm looking forward to everybody. The ones who've already stated. Now, there is a link on Facebook, on my Facebook page, um, Author LaShaun B Facebook page, that allows you to state if you would like to attend the event. So there is an event setting on Facebook stating that you would like to attend. So go on there.
Excellent. So you all make sure you come on through. We are located at 2275 Wrightsboro Road, here in Augusta, Georgia, Saturday, April 13th. Come on through for Author LaShaun B's book signing. It's open to the public. So you can come meet her. You can get the book signed. You can ask her questions. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see the web address for Speak Up Sis Bookshelf at speakupsis.com/bookshelf. And Broken Then Restored is the title of the book. It is in our new release section of the bookshelf. And if you click on the book on the bookshelf, it's going to take you to where you can purchase your copy of Broken Then Restored. So you need to go ahead and do that now. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to have it by Saturday, considering today is Wednesday. But you can still go ahead and get it ordered. Is there a way for people to get physical copies? Are they able to do that today?
Yes, yes, I have
Okay, so
physical
where can
copies.
people go to get a physical copy today?
Reach out to me.
Okay,
Reach out
excellent.
to
And
me.
they can reach out to you via your Facebook at Author LaShaun B.
Instagram at author_LaShaun B,
Okay.
or my email author.lashawnb@gmail.com.
All right, excellent. So listen, if you want to get a copy of the book today, and I encourage you to do that today, then go ahead and reach out to her. We'll make sure we put links to all of her contact spaces in the post of this video. And so you can reach out to her, get a copy of the physical book, bring it to the book signing. Again, the book signing is on Saturday, April 13th, here at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center, 2275 Riceboro Road, here in Augusta, Georgia. And then bring your book with you so that you can get it signed. All right. And I'm sure she will have copies of the book at the book signing. So if for whatever reason you're unable to grab a copy ahead of time, no worries. Just show up on Saturday, April 13th at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center at 2275 Riceboro Road, and get your book, okay, and get it signed, and meet the author, and tell her how wonderful she is, and how wonderful the book is, and all the good stuff. Right? We want you to get the book. This is a solid book. If you dealt with childhood sexual abuse, if you dealt with infidelity in a relationship, if you've dealt with issues with your children, I mean, if you have dealt with mental health concerns, if you've had to live through the transitioning of a parent, like all of these themes are covered in this one book. And so I highly recommend that you grab a copy, check it out, and make sure, again, you come to the book signing on Saturday, April 13th, right here at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center. So, Author LaShaun B, our time has been well spent, sis, and I'm thoroughly pleased. I'm thoroughly pleased today. I'm happy and I am grateful. So, what I like to do at the end of conversations that connect, the Speak Up Sis talk show, is to allow my guests to give the last word. So, if you will, please leave some words of encouragement for whomever you would like, whether it's new authors or anyone who's been in the situation that you talk about in your book, whomever you would like to speak to. I'm going to turn this over to you to give some final words.
Well, I think I'd just like to speak to everyone as a whole, just to, encourage you and let you know that you're not in the battle alone. You're never in the battle alone. Know that God is always with you, even when it seems like you're standing there by yourself. That fire gets hot, but you'll never burn. You're going to get through every trial, every tribulation, everything that you're facing. You'll get through it no matter how long it takes. But you just keep persevering and pressing and believing and knowing that God will be there for you, and you'll receive healing and restoration when you're willing to accept the healing and restoration that you desire. Until you can accept and be willing, you will stay in the same situation that you're in. So keep pressing, be willing to be open, and know that God loves you. Be blessed, everybody.
I absolutely love it. And there's nothing else for me to say, everybody, except thank you so much once again, Author LaShaun B. I appreciate you for coming into the Speak Up Sis space here on Speak Up Sis Talk Show Conversations That Connect, to share your work with us, to share your testimony with us. I am appreciative that you are allowing us to host your book signing here at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center. Just really grateful. So thank you. I pray nothing but blessings and favor for you as a person, as an author, and excuse me, as an overcomer. I pray that everything your hands touch for the kingdom, for the glory of God, will prosper. Everything that you put your hands to the plow to do for the kingdom of heaven, I pray that it is successful. And I am grateful once again. So thank you for coming into the space.
Thank you.
And with that, everybody, I would like to say thank you all so much for joining us. Do not forget to go to the Speak Up Sis bookshelf online at speakupsis.com/bookshelf and grab a copy of Broken Then Restored, as well as any of the other books that are listed on Speak Up Sis bookshelf. And if you are a self-published and or independent author and you're looking for an opportunity to share your testimony via your written work with a new community, I invite you to come into the Speak Up Sis bookshelf space and place your book on our bookshelf. Join us on the talk show and come tell us all about your testimony through your written work. And with that, everybody, you all have a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to open up your mouth and speak up, sis. Take care.